everyone, and welcome inside of Monona Grove High School as we get set for tonight's matchup between the MG Silver Eagles and the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks in boys varsity basketball. Alongside Caitlin Guy, Parker Hagan with you for tonight's broadcast, as Fort Atkinson coming into this one 0-3 this season. Not the greatest of starts. They lost so far to Beaver Dam, Oregon in the Blackhawks home opener, and most recently 64-53 at Stoughton, who is currently 6th in the state in Division II. Certainly a valid ranking considering their abilities from last year seem to be keeping up with that trend. Monona Grove comes into this one 2-1 off a disappointing loss to Wausau West on Tuesday night. 74-65 the final in that one. Looking to bounce back and keep their undefeated Badger Large Conference record alive are the Silver Eagles. Caitlin, an interesting observation here. Monona Grove has not scored less than 64 in any of their first 3 games this season. Fort Atkinson has not scored more than 53. What do you think about that?
I think that's amazing for MG. The fact that we're scoring so high so early in the season, that's amazing, the fact that we're doing that so early.
84, 64, and 65 the scores for MG. They'll either be able to lock this one up with a lot of offensive firepower, or this might be a Fort Atkinson team who hasn't fared well against good defense. So we'll see how things play out, as there's a large range of scores for high school basketball. You typically see anything from the 40s all the way up to 60, 70, 80, depending on the contest. We'll see how things go tonight. Fort Atkinson rocking the black on black jerseys, just like the girls team last Thursday. Definitely a clean look for the varsity squad. MG will be in their standard home uniforms with the Columbia blue and white jerseys. Blue numbers and lettering across the chest. It says Monona Grove, and blue numbers on the back as well. Now, we will send it over to Mr. Willauer for our national anthem and starting lineups. Last year's season series split between the Silver Eagles and Blackhawks. Each team protected its home court. Blackhawks won 51-46 in Fort Atkinson. MG won 79-71 here. As we look to center court, it will be Austin Lucetti jumping center against Ben Evans, and the opening tip is won back by the Blackhawks. Owen Geiger with it. Passes inside, now gets it back. Blackhawks move right to left in this first half. Hintz with it, gives over to Enger. Enger guarded by Toyala, moves to his left. Crossover dribble around a screen he goes. Now on the far wing, gives to Hintz, and an offensive foul. Geiger hit with his first, the first for either team tonight. As Svaldi inbounds to Toyala, and the Silver Eagles go to work on offense. Opening minute, first half, still no score. Svaldi with it, far side, gives to Lucetti. Back out to Svaldi it goes. Left wing three, no good. Tipped and out of bounds. Off the hands of Ben Evans, it will stay with the Silver Eagles. Herb goes to baseline right to inbound. Herb looking, still looking, finds Lucetti. Able to lay it up, but couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Fort Atkinson. Into the front court they go, and a three ball on the way, and good by Lakin Hintz. 3-0 Blackhawks, opening minute, first half. With it now, Svaldi on the right wing. Looks for some help, gives it to Nelson on the right corner. Now Lucetti's got it over to Herb far side. Herb looking to get it in, instead goes to Toyala near the top of the circle. Lucetti driving inside, kicks it out. Svaldi in the paint, lost the handle, picked up by Geiger. Blackhawks the other way. Feed ahead to Hintz, who will try a three ball, this time too strong, Herb the board. Silver Eagles catch a break on that one. About a minute and a half into this first half. 3-0 still, the Blackhawks. Lucetti will try an open three. Top of the circle, missed it left. Geiger the rebound for Fort. Chance for the Blackhawks to make it a two-possession game early on as Geiger's got it. Gives to Hintz against Herb. Now inside it goes. Evan left of the lane, and he stepped out of bounds. Another turnover. Second of this contest. This one off the accidental step out of bounds gig. Lucetti inbounds to Toyala. MG goes back to work on offense. Lucetti's got it again. Inside feed to Toyala, who gets the layup to go around the rim and good. 3-2 Blackhawks, 2 minutes gone by first half. Fort Atkinson tries to recover after that one. Pass to Geiger. Inside left of the lane to Ben Evans. Now back out to Geiger it goes. Geiger against Lucetti. Looks for help. Can't find anything. Almost threw it away. Instead finds Caleb Enger. Enger right-hand dribble. Drives inside, lost the handle, but they'll get a whistle and a foul. And Fort Atkinson will keep the basketball. Toyala gets called for his first of the contest. First team foul for MG as Fort will inbound baseline left. Enger to do the honors. 15:36 remaining in this first half. Fort Atkinson 3, Monona Grove 2. Enger looking to inbound, tipped out of bounds by Svaldi. It'll stay with Fort Atkinson. But some nice defensive awareness by Svaldi on that one. Now Hintz will inbound on the near sideline. Hintz looking, gets it in. With it on the left wing, new into the game, Jack Kammer. Over to the far side, now Hintz has it again, gives to Enger. Left wing it goes. Kammer with it. Gets it back, tries a three, missed it well short, but the offensive rebound right to him. And now with it, Dempsey kick out, three ball is good from Enger on the right corner. And that makes it 6-2 Blackhawks with about 3 minutes gone by. Toyala brings it into the front court. Now Lucetti's got it on the near wing. Nelson drives inside after the pass. Lucetti kicks it back to Svaldi. He moves it to the right elbow. Herb goes inside, layup blocked, but they get a foul. And Herb will go to the strike. That foul goes on Dempsey. As Erb tried to put up the shot. Looked like a pretty clean block from this angle, but officials give Erb the benefit of the doubt and send him to the stripe, where he is too strong on the first of two. Calworth checks in to replace Lucetti early on. As Erb looks to make it 1 for 2 and cut this back to a one-possession lead. Second of two rattles through. 6-3, Fort Atkinson. About 3 minutes gone by first half. They slowly bring it into the front court. Do Enger and the Blackhawks. To the top of the circle, Geiger's got it. Long floater is no good, and Nelson secures the board. Erb ahead to Svaldi, driving in the inside left of the lane. Bullies his way, but unable to finish the layup. Rebound Fort, as Hintz almost lost it, got open for three. Spin move, and it's good. So Fort Atkinson is cashed in from the bonus sphere rather early on, as they've made all 9 of their points from three-pointers. 9-3 Blackhawks, 14:05 remaining in the first half. Toyala right elbow kicks back out to Worth. He finds Svaldi open. Erb thought about the three. Instead, gives it up. Nelson gets it, gives over to Toyala, who gives it right back. Now Svaldi, left wing. Finds Toyala top of the circle. Now Worth, stuck with it. And a foul off the ball. They will hit Caleb Enger for his first, as that is the third Blackhawk foul. Owen Ginger checking in now for Monona Grove as Erb looks to inbound. He gets it in. High pass, Worth able to jump up there and grab it as Nelson finds Ginger. Erb with it now left wing. Guarded closely, has to give it off. Ginger will try a left corner three, too strong. Rebound almost secured by Nelson. Instead, for Fort Atkinson, Lakin Hintz able to pick it up, and they will hit Worth with a foul after the corral. So MG up to 2 fouls in this half. We're 4.5 minutes in, and Fort Atkinson leads at 9-3. Into the front court it goes. As number 1 Braden Hoth in for the first time, hands off to Hintz. Now Camera with it, over to the far side. Hoth gets it back, inside, and as Geiger tried to put it up, he got fouled. And we'll go to the stripe to shoot a pair. Fouls on Nelson. So Nelson says, get the points at the stripe, and Geiger says, I'll give you the first of 2. 10-3, Fort Atkinson leads it. 13-11 remains in our first half. Second of 2 is Pure. As Nelson inbounds, Fort Atkinson leads it by 8. Toyala brings it across the timeline. Looks to get something going. Now Erb with it. Finds Worth top of the arc. Over to Nelson near side. Will find Erb in the paint, who finds an open Owen Ginger, who missed too strong on the uncontested layup. So MG unable to find some points on that drive, and now they've got to get back on defense and clear their minds. 3 ball, too short from Geiger, rebounded by the Silver Eagles. MG catches a break there with about 12.5 to go in the first. Nelson with it, looking for something. He'll give to Toyala. Now Toyala finds Ginger. Back to Nelson it goes. Erb will try a 3, right wing, missed it. Too strong, and off to the left. Did not make contact with the rim. It goes out of bounds. And with 12:19 remaining, Fort Atkinson has a chance to make it a double-digit lead. Lucetti back in for MG as he replaces Ginger. And Fort Atkinson brings it now into their front court. Here's Geiger with it, near side. Drive in, and Layup, no, but who was fouled was Brennan Dempsey, who will step to the stripe and shoot a pair. Herb called for his first. MG up to 4 team fouls. And Dempsey's got a chance to make it a double-digit lead. First of 2 free throws is nothing but the heart of the cylinder. 12-3, Fort Atkinson. 12:01 remaining in this, the first half. Second of 2 on the way as Dempsey lets it fly and cashes in. Worth inbounds to Toyala. Silver Eagles looking to find some offensive production. Haven't scored in a while. Worth with it. Gives to Toyala. Thought about the drive, kicks it back over to Worth. Worth lost the handle there and got fouled. Did Braden Hoth from Worth as he was trying to bring it into the front court. So just like that, MG goes from 1 team foul to 5 and will not have a lot of fouls to give for the remainder of this half. Anger with it, near side, almost taken away by Spaldi. Instead he'll have to give it away to Geiger. Geiger moves to his left, is trapped, finds Anger once again. Anger, inside it goes. Evans with it, in the paint, tipped. Spaldi's got it, and a foul called. They hit Evans before Spaldi was able to break away. So MG will have to get the points the old 5-on-5 style. Spaldi looking to inbound, finds Habowitz. Right back to Spaldi it goes. Now Toyala with it. Spaldi to Otto Morton in for the first time today. Luchetti plays catch with Otto. Just inside the arc far side. Spaldi driving inside, left of the lane, pull-up jumper, left it short, no. Rebounded by Fort Atkinson. Count that one for Ben Evans of the Blackhawks. As Anger stepped out of bounds on the baseline left, and another turnover caused by the MGD. 10:49 remaining in the first half. Fort Atkinson 13, Monona Grove 3. Spaldi gives it to Toyala. Silver Eagles go back to work on offense. Toyala over to Habowitz near side. He stops, gets it back from Spaldi. Now Otto with it, over to Spaldi again. Habowitz right corner, drives in, and kicks it out to Toyala, top of the circle. Luchetti, partly open on the far side, gets it back from Spaldi, drives in, has to stop, spin move, layup, no, rebounded by Geiger. Fort Atkinson the other way. Here's a pass from Anger over to the right corner. Anger gets it back, drives inside against Otto, spins, has to kick it out, and draws contact. That is the 6th foul on the Silver Eagles as Otto commits his first. And already Fort will be shooting penalty free throws the rest of the way. We've got 10 minutes exactly remaining in this first half, and it's still 13-3 Fort Atkinson. Chance for them to expand on their double-digit lead. Jaron Strasburg over to Dempsey, layup good from the left side. 15-3 Fort Atkinson, 9:50 to play first half. Habowitz trots into the front court. Kills the dribble, finds Luchetti. Back to Habowitz it goes. Herb almost didn't get the pass, but is able to find it. Luchetti finds Spaldi. He'll try a three. Too strong, no. Rebound and a foul on the fight for it. They will get Owen Geiger for his second foul. And MG keeps it. Couple substitutions as Otto and Lucetti check out. Chase Yinko in for the first time tonight. AJ Nelson also back in there. Speaking of Nelson, he gives over to Svaldi. Back to Nelson it goes, far side. Spin move in the paint, lost the handle. And coming up with the takeaway, Jaron Strasburg. Turnover MG. Anger with it, kicks over to the far side. And now a drive inside from number 23, Lakin Hintz, who kicks it back out. And a slam, one-handed by Brennan Dempsey, the 6'5" junior. Somebody rocking the rim is something we don't see too often here at the high school, as that forces a timeout from Monona Grove. This will be a 30-second timeout. 17-3 is our score, with about half of the first half remaining, 9 minutes and 3 seconds to be exact, as both teams starting to be in foul trouble early on. A lot of contact so far in this one. It's a pep band trying to get everybody hyped up. We'll see if they're able to do their job. 5 on the floor for Fort Atkinson. Kammer, Enger, Dempsey. We've also got Hintz and number 15, Jaron Strasburg. Svaldi, Toyala, Nelson, Erb, and Yinko, the 5 on the floor for the Silver Eagles. After the timeout, Silver Eagles back by 14. Svaldi pulls up from in the paint. No, got his own rebound. Sneaks through the defense, too strong on the putback. Yinko grabs it and got fouled. So now Monona Grove will be shooting penalty free throws on any future Fort Atkinson fouls. That foul goes against Kammer. It is his first personal. Yinko takes the inbound. Finds Toyala on the left wing. He drives inside. In the paint now, Toyala got it taken away. Lakin Hintz on the steal as Fort Atkinson goes into the front court. Dempsey finds his teammate Enger at the top of the circle, and now inside from Kammer to Dempsey, who gets the layup to go off the front rim and through. 19-3, Silver Eagles trailing with 8:08 to play. Svaldi kicks back out to Erb. He tries a three, left it well short, but got fouled by number 34, Kammer, and Erb will step to the line to shoot 3. Kammer seemed a bit flabbergasted, if you will, by that call. So Erb a chance to get the Silver Eagles on the board. He cashes in on the first of 3. 19-4, Fort Atkinson leads it. 8 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Erb the second of 3 up and good. So 2 of 2 thus far in this set. And a chance to make it 3 of 3. Couple substitutions for Fort. As for the first time, Isaac Lavdis is checked in for the Blackhawks. Erb good on the third of 3, so he makes all of them. 19-6 is now our score with 8 minutes to play. Into the front court now is Fort Atkinson, is driving inside Caleb Enger, who kicks it back out. Now with it, Dempsey, right of the lane, spins, almost blocked by Lucas Svaldi, but Svaldi got his arm as he went up. So Luca commits his first. It'll be 2 shots. Dempsey was in the act, but Fort Atkinson goes into the bonus. Dempsey, a couple dribbles of the basketball as he eyes the rim and puts up the first of 2, and it's good. 20-6 is our score. 7:49 remaining in the first half. Dempsey still with a shot to come for a chance to put the Blackhawks back up by 15. Dempsey lets it fly, rattles through. 21-6. Fort Atkinson leads its Silver Eagles with the basketball, trying to chip into this lead. Toyala calls the shot as he gives to Svaldi, rather. Now Yinko driving inside, too strong on the layup. Couldn't hit it off the back iron. Fort Atkinson the rebound. Ahead it goes to Hintz on the left wing. Now with it, Enger top of the circle against Yinko. Dempsey, far side. Nelson guards him. It's a nice ball movement here by the Blackhawks as Hintz the three, and he rains it in from deep. Fort Atkinson goes out by its largest lead of this contest, 24-6. It's an 18-point game, and Coach Zwiefel wants a timeout. No surprise there. 30-second timeout from the Silver Eagles is their second of this contest, as with 7:12 remaining in the first half, it's Fort Atkinson 24, MG 6. Take a look at some stats so far. MG only 1 for 9 on 2-pointers and 0 for 5 from deep. In comparison, Fort Atkinson 4 of 8 from inside the circle and 4 of 7 from long range.
So far, both teams have 100% free throw made percentage.
Well, that's been the driving factor for MG thus far. 4 of their 6 points have come from free throws. As Toyala takes the inbound, and MG looks to get some more points on the board. Erb with a nice reception inside from Nelson, able to finish the easy layup. 7 minutes to go, 24-8 is our score. The MG crowd is back on its feet. With it, Anger for the Blackhawks, kicks to Lavdis. Lavdis gets Erb off of him, but Erb goes right back to work. Inside feed now. Left of the lane is Evans. Thinking about the three is Lavdas. Will he pull up? No, he'll give it to Dempsey on the far side. Dempsey moves to his left, backing in against Nelson. Still backing and lays it up. No, he missed it well off to his right, but a whistle and a foul. And Dempsey will go back to the stripe. As Nelson charged with his second of the day. Dempsey a chance to get it back to an 18-point contest. He's perfect from the line thus far tonight. We'll see if he can keep it up. First of 2 for Dempsey is good. 25-8, 6:29 remaining in the first half. Lucetti back in for MG. As Dempsey looks to keep his 100% free throw shooting percentage tonight alive, and he will not do so. It rims around and out. So MG catches a break. The lead is only 17. Yeah, only 17. Lucetti's got it on the right wing. Gives it to Svaldi. Now Erb with it. Inside it goes to Toyala. Toyala left of the lane. Drives. Kicks over to Calworth. Open for 3. Missed it too strong. Rebound tipped. And it'll eventually be secured by the hands of a Blackhawk. As that's number 5, Owen Geiger. Fort Atkinson moving it around. 3 ball good from number 21. No, correction. That's number 23, Hintz, who puts the Blackhawks out in front by 20. 28-8 as whistle and a foul called with 5:41 remaining in the first half. Hoff gets called with his first. And Toyala will step to the free throw line to shoot the penalty 1-1. Looking to keep the Silver Eagles alive via free throw shooting. Front end, rims around, no good. Rebounded by Ben Evans. 5:40 to play. Silver Eagles are losing by 20 at the moment. Evans gives to Geiger. Now to the far side, Dempsey with it. Drives inside against Svaldi. Got blocked. Svaldi, though, lost it, and Dempsey able to get it back and put it through. 30-8 Fort Atkinson with 5:20 remaining in the first half. MG has not found much for offensive production early on. We'll see if they can catch a hot streak near the end of this first half. As Svaldi with it inside to Lucetti, who's able to finish inside off the glass. MG back on the board with 5 minutes to go. It's 30-10. Now Toyola guarding Braden Hoth, who brings it into the front court. Geiger's got it now near side. He gives it over to Ben Evans as the path goes from Hoth to Dempsey. Now back to Hintz it goes, top of the circle. Back to Dempsey on the far side. Svaldi against him, and Dempsey finds the easy layup after he shook Svaldi away. 32 to 10, with 4.5 minutes to go. Fort Atkinson well out in front. Svaldi to Toyola. Nice ball movement around the perimeter for MG. As Worth finds Svaldi. Lucetti thought about pulling up from the perimeter. Instead, it'll be Lucetti in the lane, who couldn't finish but drew contact and will shoot a pair. Lucetti looking to make it a 20-point game again as Evans commits his second. It'll be 2 free throws the rest of the way. Lucetti good on the first of 2. 4:10 remaining in the first half. Monona Grove 11, Fort Atkinson 32. Hoth checks out, and Enger checks back in, along with another substitution for Fort. Strasburg back in. Lucetti eyes the rim for the second of 2 and rattles it through. 32 to 12, MG back to within 20 with about 4 minutes to go. Into the front court, Enger guarded by Worth. No, that's Habowitz, correction. As Geiger now with it. The switch, Erb's guarding him now. Strasburg, left wing against Lucetti, has no choice but to fire back to Geiger. Now Strasburg over to Caleb Enger, who drives inside against Habowitz, lost the handle, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blackhawks. Some nice defensive awareness there, but Fort Atkinson catches a break. And a chance to expand once again on a 20-point lead. Inbound given to Geiger, who stops just inside the arc, and shot blocked by Toyola, but no, they'll get him for a foul. The foul does not actually go on Toyola, it goes on Lucetti, as that's his first personal. And Fort Atkinson has a chance to earn the points at the charity stripe. First of 2 rattles home for number 5 Geiger, making it 33 to 12. 3 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in this first half. Second of 2 is good. 34 to 12 now our score. MG, as of late, has just been playing the let's get back to within 20 game. They'd like to start playing the let's get back to within 10 game after a few possessions. We'll see if they can get started on the way here. Otto back in, finds Toyola top of the circle. Over to Habowitz it goes. Otto over to Lucetti, left wing. Erb pull-up jumper from the stripe. Couldn't hit it. Rebound tipped, and Lucetti got fouled going for the rebound. Fouls on Strasburg. It's his first personal. And Lucetti will shoot a pair as Fort Atkinson is over the limit. Chance for MG to get its 13th and 14th points of the half. Lucetti good with the first. 3:09 to play first half. Fort Atkinson 34, Monona Grove 13. Second of 2 coming up for Lucetti, who lets it fly, and it's over the front iron and no good. Secured by the Blackhawks, leading by 21. Into the front court they go. Enger to right of the lane. Strasburg has it, kicks out to Geiger. Now Strasburg back with it. Kammer, right of the lane, moves outside the circle. And now holding it low. Enger, 3-ball from number 23, Hintz. This time he missed it short. He's been hot from 3 his last few tries. Lucetti gallops his way in, couldn't finish, but he's able to put up a second chance bucket, and he couldn't finish on that. So 2.5 minutes gone by, and MG goes up the court with yet another scoreless possession. Fort Atkinson trying to capitalize on the opportunity. Strasburg, left wing against Lucetti, lost the basketball. Able to pick it up again before it goes out. Now Geiger with it, and Fort Atkinson calls a 30-second timeout to talk things over and draw up a new play. First timeout of the game for Fort, as with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the first half. Fort Atkinson ahead by 21. Things not looking good for MG about halfway through this game. Both teams will be in the double bonus from here on out. MG with 9 team fouls will be over the limit with its next. And Fort Atkinson already over the limit. As Lakin Hintz steps to the near sideline to inbound against Joe Otto Morton. Silver Eagles looking to take some momentum into halftime. Just 2 minutes away or so. Anger with it. Over to the far side. Hintz with it now. Finds Dempsey. And a foul called off the ball as Hintz got knocked to the floor. They hit Erb with another. And now MG passes the 10 foul limit. Hintz will shoot a pair for the double bonus. First of 2 on the way, and he left it short. 34-13 still, Fort Atkinson with the lead. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the first half. A couple substitutions now for Fort. Oth checks out, as well as Kammer. Second of 2, too strong. Lucetti the rebound. So no good on either free throw, and MG a chance to get within 20. Lucetti, left of the lane, kicks back out to Erb. Left wing 3, too strong. Rebound tip recovered by Caleb Enger. Fort Atkinson the other way. Enger into the front court against Toyala. Under 2 minutes to go now in this first half. As with it is Lavdas, gives to Hintz, top of the circle. Hintz back over to Anger against Toyala. Inside feed, Dempsey lays it up and good over the MG defense. 36-13 our score. Fort Atkinson with the lead, MG with the basketball. As Lucetti gives to Erb. That horn, by the way, if you heard it, meant nothing. Lucas Svaldi from the bonus sphere. How about the first made 3 for MG all night? That might get them on their feet. 36-16, a minute 4 to go until the break. Inside feed now to Dempsey right of the lane. Kicks it back out. Strasburg with it. Enger now on the near side against Toyala. Moves to his right. Around a screen. And gets it back. Here's Anger. Over to Hintz. Back to Anger it goes. At the top of the circle now, Strasburg lost the basketball, out of bounds. Tipped, they say, by MG, and the Blackhawks keep it with 39.9 showing on the game clock. So Enger goes to the far sideline to inbound against Toyala, and he finds Dempsey. Dempsey drives inside against Svaldi, right of the lane, layup over the iron and no good. Lucetti the rebound. Chance for MG to run the clock down to the end of this period if they want. Otto Morton kicks over to Toyala. Erb left wing, ball over his head, inside Svaldi. Now Lucetti with it, drives in, over to Otto Morton right of the lane. He's doubled, kicks it out, Toyala with it. He drives inside, into the paint is Toyala. Blocked and fouled is Toyala. 9 seconds on the game clock, and Toyala will shoot a pair of free throws as Strasburg hit with his second foul. And Emmett a chance to cut it within 20 for MG. If he can make one or both, chance to get it as close as 18. And if Fort Atkinson can get out in front by 18 and a half, you can surely think that MG would be able to get back from down 18 in the same amount of time. We'll see if it happens. As Toyala, good on the first of 2. Trying to make it 100% 2 of 2, and he leaves it short on the second. Lucetti grabs the rebound, thought he was fouled, gets it back. Yinko open for 3, left it right of the basket, and Fort Atkinson, a full court shot, is airballed left short. That is how the first half of action comes to an end at Monona Grove High School. Fort Atkinson, very successful on the offensive side of the basketball. 36-17 is our halftime score. We'll come back to you in about 10 minutes for some halftime stats and the start of our second half of action. As Pep Band will take you the rest of the way, this is Silver Eagle Boys varsity basketball. Monona Grove High School main gymnasium. Fort Atkinson leading the Monona Grove Silver Eagles at the moment through our first 18, 36-17. MG not able to find much in terms of offensive production. They went just 3 of 13 on 2-pointers, 1 of 9 from downtown. 8 of their 17 points came from free throw shooting. As on the other side, Fort Atkinson, much better shooting, 7 of 13, just over 50% there for the Blackhawks. 5 of 9 from 3, mainly in part to Lakin Hintz, number 23. Fort Atkinson has attempted 10 free throws and has made 7 of them. So that stat is pretty close. But in terms of three-point shooting, that is the reason why Fort Atkinson is way out in front in this one. 5 of 9 from 3, Caitlin. How about that?
Yeah, that's really good. I really hope that the Silver Eagles can really come back in the second half, and I hope that we can get the student section back rallied up, ready to go.
19-point deficits, not insurmountable. We've seen crazier things happen in much shorter periods of time as both teams just about ready for a second half of action. Silver Eagles get the basketball to start things. No jump balls in the first half, so we go back to the opening tip. Fort Atkinson won it. MG, therefore, with the arrow, will start with possession in the second half, moving right to left as we see it up here in the booth, as Isaiah Erb will do the honors, inbounding to Emmett Toyala. We are ready, and we are going. Toyala takes the inbound. Second half is underway. Spaldi with it inside, tipped out of bounds off the hands of Lakin Hintz, and MG will keep the basketball. Spaldi to inbound, baseline left, as he gets it into A.J. Nelson. Same 5 that started this one out on the floor for MG. Erb with it, gives to Toyala. Top of the circle now, Spaldi, pull-up jumper inside the arc, left it short. Rebounded by Enger. Silver Eagles back off, and Fort Atkinson goes the other way. Their first possession of this half. Enger near half court against Toyala. Kicks over to the far side as Geiger inside feed, and Hintz able to finish. That correction, that's by Evans. Evans was the finisher on that one. Gets Fort Atkinson out in front by 21. Erb secures a wide pass from Nelson. Gets it back from Spaldi. Nelson hesitates from 3. Instead, it'll be Spaldi who lost the handle, trying to drive inside. Fort on the break. Finds Hintz open for 3, and he leaves it off to the right. Rebound tipped. And into the hands of Lucetti, then Spaldi. Ahead it goes, Isaiah Erb in the paint. Layup off the glass, no. Couldn't finish the job on the fast break. Now Geiger on the other side against Spaldi. High floater is no good. Lucetti tried to get the rebound. Instead, he'll be the one that they say tipped it out of bounds. So Fort Atkinson keeps it in their front court with about 1 minute and 20 seconds gone by in our second half of action. 38-17, our current score. Enger takes the inbound, this time against Nelson, as Owen Geiger driving in the paint against Spaldi. Finds Brennan Dempsey, who's able to finish and get the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks to 40. 40-17, Blackhawks ahead by 23. About 1 minute and 45 seconds gone by. Spaldi for 3, hits from the left corner. Lucas Spaldi with his second three-point make of the evening. And with about 2 minutes gone by in the first, MG's back to within 20. It's 40-20. Driving right of the lane, Caleb Enger couldn't finish the layup. He left it too strong. MG gets the rebound as Toyala with it in the front court, gives to Lucetti. Lucetti back to Toyala, driving right of the lane. No shot, but he was fouled as he drove inside. Geiger called for his third personal. First of the half for Fort Atkinson. As Jack Kammer checks back in. for Fort Atkinson. Herb inbounds to Nelson. MG gets things going again. Herb got knocked to the ground on the near side, but they won't call anything. Lucetti pulls up right elbow, too strong, rebounded by Enger. Fort Atkinson back the other way, inside with it. Hintz puts it up and good over Svaldi. Oh, that was Hammer, rather, number 34. Svaldi pulls up again from three. He's good from the right wing this time. So all three of MG's three-point makes so far in this one have come from number 13, Lucas Svaldi. 9 points off 3 made threes. Keeps MG somewhat close. 3 minutes gone by in our second half. Fort Atkinson 42, Monona Grove 23. Dempsey kicks out. Hintz long three, too strong. Toyala the rebound for MG. Back the other way go the Silver Eagles. Into the front court, Toyala driving in the paint, layup too short off the glass, and recovered by Dempsey. Ahead go the Blackhawks now on another opportunity. Kick over to Kammer, just inside the arc on the right corner. He moves to his left, back outside the circle, and finds Enger on the wing of the Silver Eagle at half court. Enger, crossover dribble, approaches the arc, gives it off. Kammer's got it. Kammer looking. As now, hints over to Caleb Enger. Now with it, that's Ben Evans. As Enger gets it back against Lucetti, he drives in, doubled, and layup is short. And a foul on the defensive rebound. It will stay with MG as Evans called for his third. Evans and Geiger are the two Blackhawks and the only two in this contest with 3 personal fouls. The only two so far in real foul trouble. As we start to look down the stretch of this one, as Toyala pulls up from 3 and could not get it to drop. Off the near side iron and no good. On the other side of things, Dempsey pulls up from 3, cashes in from the right wing. 45-23 Fort Atkinson, 13 and a half minutes to go in this contest. Svaldi kicks over to Nelson, almost stepped out of bounds. And they will say no travel. Lucetti wanted it. Svaldi left the 3 ball short, tipped out of bounds, and MG will keep it. They say tipped out by Fort Atkinson. So the Silver Eagles catch a bit of a break. As Herb set to inbound, Worth and Otto check in to replace Svaldi and AJ Nelson. Herb calling shots on the left baseline, looks to inbound, gets it into Otto Morton. Otto to Worth, now Herb's got it again on the left wing. Inside to Toyala, bullies his way inside, lost it out of bounds, and another turnover MG. 13 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this contest, and Fort Atkinson leads it by double deuces. 22 points is the lead, 45-23 the score. Bringing it into the front court, Caleb Enger finds Jack Kammer, and now back to near half court it goes. Off with it, couple passes, 3 ball good from the top of the circle, Caleb Enger. And Fort Atkinson continuing to show how hot they are from 3, as Lucetti got fouled driving inside. Their 3-point shooting has been the reason why they lead this game by 25 points, 48-23, with just over 5 minutes gone by. Jaron Strasburg called for the foul on that last play, as Calworth gets the inbound, gives it over to Lucetti. Lucetti drives in the paint, backs up, layup no, couldn't hit the step back floater, and it's out of bounds to MG. 12:31 remaining now. Herb looking, gets it into Otto, who finds Toyala open. He drives in and is able to finish off the glass on the right side. 48-25, 12:20 to play. MG down by 23. As with it is Hoth, who gives to Anger on the right wing. Now Cameron guarded closely by Herb. Dempsey almost lost it out of bounds. He's guarded closely by Lucetti. Hoth back with it against Otto. Now Anger, right elbow, kicks it out. Pull-up three is too short from Hoth. Offensive rebound, though, and walked with the ball did Brennan Dempsey. Turnover Fort, and a chance for MG to cut into the lead. 11:54 to go. Time starting to become something on MG's bad side with every second that ticks by. As Worth with it on the left wing finds Toyala. He'll pull up from three and cash in from the far side. 48-28. MG back to within 20 points on a 5-0 scoring run. Fort Atkinson into the front court trying to break it. And Caleb Enger threw it away. Tried to get it to a teammate, lost it out of bounds on baseline right. And MG a chance to get back within 20. 11:31 to play. Inbound given to Otto, gives it right back to Toyala, the inbounder. Toyala brings it into the front court. Kicks over to Lucetti, far side, now Herb with it. Finds Worth on the near wing. Worth looking, moves to his right, to the top of the circle. Herb with it over his head, inside to Toyala. Toyala finds Lucetti, gets his shot altered, and Fort Atkinson able to come up with a much-needed defensive stop. Owen Geiger with some help on that defensive stop for Fort, as Hoth with it for Fort Atkinson. Some nice ball movement here. Hoth finds himself with it. Toyala almost took it away from Hintz, and a pull-up three from Strasburg is good from the right wing. So Fort Atkinson stops a 5-0 scoring run and breaks the 50-point mark, 51-28 with 10:35 and counting. Now Toyala thought about a three. He's on the right wing. Lucetti open for three. He'll pull up and cash in. How about Austin Lucetti, the freshman on varsity? 51-31, 10:20 to play. Fort Atkinson being pressed for a moment, but Isaac Lavdus able to get it across the timeline with no issues. Hoth with it, driving left of the lane, and threw it away for a moment, but gets it back. And Fort Atkinson forced to call a timeout to secure possession. So almost another turnover from Fort Atkinson. Fort Atkinson takes a full timeout, their second timeout of this contest. As with 10 minutes and 5 seconds to play, it is Fort Atkinson 51, Monona Grove 31. Caitlin, what are your thoughts on the second half so far?
So far, I've been seeing a lot more shots being taken and a lot more being made, too. I've seen some great threes being taken, and Austin Lucetti, the freshman on varsity, made one. And I feel like if the team keeps this up, they could come back from this.
Very real possibility, although not extremely likely, to put it nicely. At the end of the day, it's a 20-point deficit, which is right about the point where the winning team starts to get pretty comfortable, and especially with only about 10 minutes remaining in this game, it starts to become unreachable a little bit. It's definitely within grasp for the Silver Eagles, but it's not going to be an easy hill to climb.
Well, then let's hope we see that has not scored less than 64 team today.
Yeah, so far we have not seen that more than 64-point team we talked about at the top of our broadcast. Fort Atkinson about to reach that 53-point mark we mentioned, as MG will be forcing a jump ball here. On the floor with it was Owen Geiger for MG, Emmett Toyala and Joe Otto, helping get the arrow switched up. Arrow favors Fort Atkinson, so they'll keep the basketball. As the inbound's given to Hoth. Now Lavdas with it against Toyala. Almost has it taken away, instead gets it off to Owen Geiger on the right wing. Geiger against Lucetti. Gives it over to Kammer. Kammer spins, shakes off Erb, gives to Geiger. And now on the far side with it is Lavdas. Lavdas back to Geiger at the top of the circle. Geiger spins in the paint. Shot blocked by Lucetti. Erb gets the rebound and got fouled as he was running away with it. That foul goes against Kammer. Third personal for him. Fourth team foul for Fort. There's a couple Fort Atkinson substitutions. Check in. Otto inbounds to Erb. A chance for MG to get within 20 once again. 9:25 to play. Fort 51, MG 31. Toyala finding Worth on the far side. Otto partly open. Instead it'll be Worth pulling up and cashing in from three. Now MG all of a sudden starting to get a little hot from the three-point range. That might be their key to getting back in this one. 9 minutes to play, 51-34, Fort Atkinson. As MG's starting to put some pressure on defense, Enger gives it off. Geiger inside with it. Evans back out, and he threw it away. Pass intended for Geiger goes out of bounds, and MG's starting to get back into this one. Otto checks out. AJ Nelson back in. He inbounds to Erb. Isaiah Erb into the front court. Looking to chip away a little bit more at this lead. Toyala kills the dribble for a moment, kicks back out, and able to save it was Cal Worth. Almost another MG turnover. Instead, Worth resets at the top of the circle. Kicks over to Toyala far side. Toyala in the paint, kicks out. Nelson open for three. Too strong, no good. Rebound. Not a rebound, rather. Lakin Hintz let it go out of bounds as Nelson missed everything too strong. Inbounds given to Caleb Enger. Blackhawks go back to work on the offensive side. Enger into the front court against Toyala. Moves to his left. Inside feed to Dempsey. Now Geiger with it. Triangle. Dempsey. Almost threw it away, did Ben Evans. He's able to bully his way up and put the layup good off the glass. Ben Evans with another two for Fort Atkinson, 53-34, and there's that magic number for Fort Atkinson. Erb with it now. Toyala pulls up from three. Too strong, no. Rebounded by the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks in Owen Geiger. Blackhawks into their front court. Toyala pressuring Caleb Enger once again. Geiger back to Enger it goes. And an inside feed. Evans got fouled. That is Monona Grove's first foul of this half. It is Lucetti's second personal, but Monona Grove has been clean impressively for 10 minutes and 30 seconds essentially. As that was their first team foul. And now Lucetti, as I say that, gets called for another one. His third personal, second team foul. With 7:28 this time, it's a shooting foul. Ben Evans will go to the stripe. So Ben Evans, the 6'7" junior, looks to build on the Blackhawks lead. And it's back to a 20-point game as he's good with the first. 54-34, 7:28 to play. Second of two free throws on the way. Evans eyes the rim, bends the knees, lets it fly. Too strong, rebound secured by Toyala. 7:25 and counting. Toyala into the front court, Lucetti with it on the right wing. Now Erb, back to Lucetti it goes. He'll pull up again from three. This time it's too strong and high, no good. Fort Atkinson the rebound. Toyala pressing as Enger brings it into the front court. He gives off to Geiger. Geiger over now to Evans as Geiger gets it back against Erb. Guarded closely, now Evans with it, finds Dempsey. Dempsey doubled, kick out, Enger against Toyala, finds it inside to Dempsey. Dempsey's now doubled. Now Enger open from three, left it short. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Silver Eagles. From up here, it looked like it was tipped off of either Herb, Luchetti, or Nelson, but officials have a better view than I. And Fort Atkinson unable to capitalize on that possession. 6 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Svaldi inbounds to Joe Otto Morton, who gives it right back. Svaldi, left wing. Herb near the stripe. Nice pass here. Yinko back in for MG on the right wing. He's trapped, finds Toyala inside, and Toyala is able to slice through the Fort Atkinson defense and score. 54-36. Silver Eagles trailing with 6 minutes and 22 seconds to play in this game. And MG calls its third timeout of this contest, and this will be a full timeout. So this half in terms of fouls is pretty much the exact opposite of everything that happened in the first half. Both teams got into foul trouble in terms of giving the opponent penalty free throws very quickly. And now neither team is within 2 fouls of the penalty. And we're about 2/3 of the way through the second half of action. MG with 2 team fouls, Fort Atkinson with 4. As the 5 on the floor for Monona Grove will be Toyala, Herb, Otto, Yinko, and Svaldi. For Fort Atkinson, Dempsey, Hintz, Enger, Geiger, and number 33, Ben Evans. Geiger set to inbound after the basket by Toyala. Looking, gets it into Dempsey. Silver Eagles will go press now. Geiger has a free look across the timeline. This ball goes out of bounds, kicked off of the foot of Emmett. Toyala for Monona Grove, and Fort Atkinson will keep the basketball. Inbounding far sideline right will be Owen Geiger. Playing with 3 fouls is Dempsey against Herb. Gives it away to Enger. Enger around a screen from Dempsey. Yinko right there with him. Now Dempsey gives it back to Enger rather. As now Geiger back to Enger, who's playing catch with a couple of people. Enger guarded by Toyala, moves all the way over to the right wing. Around the perimeter, thrown away. Toyala takes it the other way. Emmett Toyala looking for an open Isaiah Herb. Left the 3 ball short. Rebound tipped. And a foul against Fort Atkinson gives MG another chance here. That's on Hintz, first personal for him. 15 foul for MG as Herb set to inbound. Yinko will check out. AJ Nelson back in. Herb looking, still looking, gets it into Svaldi. Near half court. As now Otto with it on the far side. Toyala drives inside, in the paint now. Open, AJ Nelson 3 ball. Left it short, off the backboard and in the hands of Lakin Hintz, who gets a pass back from a teammate and goes into the front court. 5:20 now to play. Geiger against Svaldi, moves to his left. As now Enger with it. Enger finds Lakin Hintz. And a foul called as Lucas Svaldi tried to take it away. They will hit Joe Otto with his second personal. Only the 3rd team foul for MG in this half with 5:09 to go. Blackhawks ahead by 18. 36 for MG, 54 for Fort Atkinson. And Fort Atkinson will get another chance to inbound as Lakin Hintz just threw it off the legs of Cal Worth. This could have been called for a kicked ball. It'll go into the backcourt rather, as Geiger gets a pass back from Enger and brings it across the timeline. Now Enger doubled, finds Geiger almost taken away by Toyala. Hintz almost taken away again by Toyala, who this time commits a foul on Owen Geiger. So MG up to 4 fouls now in this second half with 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Inbound from Hintz, given in to Brennan Dempsey. As now with it, Caleb Anger against Nelson. Geiger, Svaldi reached in, didn't get called for any contact, trying to swipe it away. Now Geiger drives in left of the lane. Pull-up jumper, too strong, no. Rebound, A.J. Nelson. Silver Eagles trying to get some quick points here. Nelson threw it away, intended for Svaldi. As Hintz almost threw it away again. Herb almost on the takeaway there. Instead, it's Anger with it against Toyala. Fort Atkinson now is just trying to drain out the clock. 4:17, 4:16 and counting. Dempsey with it and got fouled. Almost lost it into the backcourt. Instead, A.J. Nelson, the second Silver Eagle with 3 personal fouls. 4:13 to play in this contest. 54-36, our score. Fort Atkinson with the lead in the basketball. Hintz able to inbound, gets it in to the backcourt where Anger crossover dribbles and gets it across the timeline against Toyala. Now Geiger is doubled. It goes over to the far side. The pass back from Jack Kammer to Owen Geiger. Geiger pivoting, gives it over near half court. Almost thrown away, but Owen able to find Brennan Dempsey inside, who finished as he knocked A.J. Nelson down to the ground a little bit. No contact called, so the basket counts, and it's 56-36. 3.5 minutes to go. A.J. Nelson finds Emmett Toyala on the right wing. Toyala trapped and lost the basketball. And a foul called by the officials against Svaldi. Fort Atkinson bench starting to get pretty hyped up. And I believe they have just teed up somebody. We'll see what's happened here. So the foul before that technical was called on Lucas Svaldi, his second personal. And then we have a technical foul assessed, I believe, against Fort Atkinson. At least that appears to be what happened. They did assess a technical foul. The technical foul goes against Owen Geiger. That's his 4th personal. And shooting the 2 technical free throws will be Isaiah Erb with 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Geiger's still on the court. He's got 4 personal fouls, as I mentioned. So Erb's got 2 free throws, uncontested. First of 2, good. Nothing but the heart of the cylinder. 56-37. Second free throw is over the front iron and good. 56-38. And MG gets possession after the technical. So Toyala will inbound on the near sideline. Nelson sits down. Gavin Habowitz back in for MG as Cal Worth drives to the right wing, finds Lucas Svaldi, and now ball taken away. Kammer on the takeaway for Fort Atkinson. Approaching 3 minutes to go, we're at 3:08. Ball brought into the front court, now Dempsey with it, over to Anger. Anger against Svaldi, finds his teammate Kammer, and Dempsey lost it for a moment, out of bounds, and Kammer stepped out trying to save it. Turnover, Fort Atkinson. MG catches another break. Although it will be pretty difficult for them to surmount an 18-point deficit with under 3 minutes to play. Worth takes the inbound from Svaldi near half court. Now Toyala with it. got to start thinking about the 3-ball, and Toyala rims around and out, did his 3-ball. Rebounded by Anger. Silver Eagles show pressure. Dempsey able to get it into the front court. Hints back to Geiger it goes. Guarded now by Toyala. Wirth tried to foul him potentially. Pushed a little bit. Now it'll be Geiger inside feed. Brennan Dempsey couldn't finish the layup. Rebounded by Wirth into the front court. Ahead to Svaldi, who's able to lead the layup too strong, but Isaiah Erb right there to clean it up. 56-40, inbound successfully given to Dempsey. Fort Atkinson trying to get a quick basket here. Hintz thought about the 3, now guarded by Habowitz. Inside, now back outside. Geiger, MG student section, wanted him to pull up from 3. Instead, he draws a whistle and a foul, driving inside. A lot of commotion in that last minute of action. 2:05 to play. Fort Atkinson 56, Monona Grove 40. We'll get everything sorted out here. Bit of commotion going on. They have to clean up a spot on the floor. And now Geiger will step to the line for a 1-and-1. Now everybody is conversing. Did we get a timeout called maybe? We'll see what happens here. No, doesn't look like a timeout. Geiger's still at the stripe. Okay, so there was a technical foul. I thought I saw the official tee somebody up. So Owen Geiger will shoot the technical free throws. He's in and out with the first of 2. And we have another whistle. Are they going to let somebody else shoot? Or was somebody else supposed to shoot the first one? Well, either way, Brennan Dempsey is shooting a technical free throw, and he's made good with it. So it was supposed to be Dempsey that shot the free throw, or the technical free throws. Good on the first of 2, good on the second of 2. And I believe the technical was against the MG bench, likely Coach Zwiefel or one of the assistants. They have not put a player number up on the board. So I imagine that was the case. Fort Atkinson will get the basketball as Geiger inbounds to the backcourt. Anger's waiting. 2 minutes to play in this contest between MG and Fort Atkinson. Fort Atkinson likely going to go home happy in this one. Geiger top of the circle against Toyala. Kicks over to Anger. Anger low against Habowitz. Drives left of the lane. Now a cross-court pass. Hintz picks it up. Back to Caleb Anger it goes. Anger right of the lane drive. This time blocked by Lucetti, but a foul on Habowitz before that block. So Habowitz hit with his first personal, with 94 ticks of the timepiece remaining, as Caleb Anger will step to the stripe and shoot a pair. MG looks to be throwing in the towel. They'll be throwing in some second and third string guys after this first free throw by Caleb Anger, and it's around and out, no good. So MG makes a full 5 substitution. Tony Rodefeld, Reese Chenoweth, Kyle Nelson, Owen Giger, and Chase Yenko check in. And the student section is on its feet because they want Reese to score. If any of you watched last year's broadcast, you'll remember number 34, DeAndre Lemon. He was the Reese of last year, if you will. Second free throw, no good. Fort Atkinson, the offensive rebound with 90 seconds to play. Anger against Chenoweth, commits the intentional foul. No, before that we have a timeout by Fort Atkinson. Timeout for substitution. So they won't take the full 30. And they'll just work to dribble out this clock. Fort Atkinson makes a couple substitutions themselves. As Dalton Leeds out, checked in for the first time tonight. He has it at the top of the circle. Against Ginger. Back over it goes to Isaac Lavdas against Chenoweth. Lavdas moves to his right with a minute to play. Over to near half court, with it is Hawk. Now over to the far wing, Strasburg. And now with it, Kellen Jacobson lost it to the backcourt, and a backcourt violation. Ball was not tipped. Turnover for Atkinson off the defense of Tony Rodefeld. Chenoweth will inbound far side. Gets it in to Yanko. Yanko back to Chenoweth on the right wing. Now Kyle Nelson scored a couple of points against Watertown. Kicks back out Ginger for three. And it rims around off the front iron and no good. Nelson got hit to the floor. Kyle did. No foul called. Open three from Jacobson. Cashes in from the right corner. 61-40, 20 seconds to play. Chenoweth finds Kyle. In goes Chase Yanko, an easy score for Chase. 61-42, likely how this one's gonna end. And Braden Hoff gonna use the left hand to dribble out the clock, and that will do things here at MG. Fort Atkinson, a dominating victory over the Silver Eagles as we end things 61-42, the final score. Pretty even, actually it was dead even in that second half, 25 points each for MG and Fort Atkinson in the second half, but it was Fort Atkinson's three-point shooting that led him to victory in this one. Caitlin, any final words for us tonight?
I think both teams played very well, and MG can always improve, and I'm looking forward to the next game.
We'll see if they can get that three-point defense worked on for their next contest, as AV's next MG basketball broadcast will be Tuesday, December 19th, as girls varsity basketball takes on their old rival, the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. That should be a good one. Those teams finished 1 and 2 respectively in the Badger East Conference last year, and they will likely be the ones that fight for the conference title this season. I'll be on the call for that one next week, or not next week, the week after. We'll see you for that broadcast. As for Caitlin Geib, Bree Lushine, Savannah Ceramic, Brennan Hekimovich, Will Nimmo, and the entire rest of our AV crew, this is Parker Egan signing off saying, hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, and we'll see you next time.